Once upon a time, in a quiet suburban town, there lived a 10-year-old boy named Alex. Alex had curly brown hair that often fell into his bright brown eyes, which were hidden behind a pair of round glasses. He was small for his age, but full of curiosity and intelligence. On this particular day, Alex was in his basement workshop, a place filled with tools, gadgets, and half-finished projects. His eyes sparkled with excitement as he finally completed his latest invention, a high-tech suit of armor, gleaming in blue and silver. With a deep breath, Alex carefully put on the armor. As it powered up, a soft hum filled the air, and he felt a surge of strength coursing through his body. He tested it by lifting a heavy box that he normally couldn't budge, and to his delight, it felt as light as a feather. A satisfied smile spread across his face. But little did Alex know that this invention would teach him the most important lesson of his life. Eager to share his new ability, Alex rushed to the kitchen, where his mother was preparing dinner. She was a gentle woman with long brown hair tied in a ponytail, wearing a floral apron over her clothes. She was busy chopping vegetables, a hint of tiredness on her face. Alex, now in his armor, began to help her, effortlessly carrying bags of groceries, cleaning the floor at super speed, and even reaching high shelves with ease. His mother watched in amazement, her eyes wide with surprise, and then laughed joyfully, saying, "Alex, you're like a superhero." However, the narrator's voice hinted that trouble was on the horizon. The next day at school, Alex encountered a bully picking on his friend Timmy. Timmy was a skinny boy with thick glasses, even smaller than Alex, and he often became the target of the bully's taunts. The bully, Jake, was a tall boy with short, messy hair. He always wore the same worn-out leather jacket, a hand-me-down from his older brother. His scowl made him look menacing, but deep down, he just wanted to feel strong, because at home, he was always the one getting picked on. Alex, seeing his friend in distress, stepped in to defend him. But when Jake mocked Alex, calling him names like four-eyed frog, Alex felt a wave of anger rise within him. Suddenly, the armor's sleek blue surface turned an ominous red, and it overheated rapidly. Before he could control it, the armor exploded with a loud bang, scaring everyone around. The force of the explosion knocked over desks and sent papers flying. Alex, shocked and ashamed, ran out of the classroom, tears welling up in his eyes. As he sat on the porch steps, trying to make sense of what happened, his grandfather came out to sit with him. Grandfather was an elderly man with snow-white hair and a kind face full of gentle wrinkles, wearing a thick sweater and reading glasses perched on his nose. He placed a gentle hand on Alex's shoulder and said wisely, "Alex, true strength isn't in the armor you wear, but here," pointing to Alex's chest. "You need to learn how to control your emotions, for they are your true power." Alex nodded, determination setting in his young heart. He decided to learn how to manage his feelings. Back in his room, Alex sat cross-legged on the floor, the armor hanging unused on a rack nearby. He closed his eyes and began to meditate, focusing on his breathing, trying to find calm within the storm of his emotions. Day after day, he practiced, learning to recognize when anger or fear started to build up and how to let them go. The narrator's voice noted, with each breath, Alex discovered that true power came from his heart. One day, Jake returned, this time targeting another child. But now Alex was different. He had learned to stay calm under pressure. As Jake raised his fist to shove a smaller student, Alex instinctively clenched his fists inside the armor. He could stop Jake in an instant. Just one punch, and the bully would learn his lesson. But then he remembered his grandfather's words. Instead, he took a deep breath and spoke calmly. "Jake, you don't have to do this. I know you're angry, but hurting others won't make it better." Jake hesitated. For a moment, his tough exterior cracked. He looked around at the watching crowd, then at Alex's steady eyes. With a grunt, he turned and walked away. The other children cheered for Alex, and even Jake seemed to gain a new respect for him. The narrator concluded, "And so Alex proved that a hero is not defined by their tools, but by their heart." Later in the school corridor, Alex's friends gathered around him, thanking him for his bravery. Timmy, with a grateful smile, gave Alex a big hug. Alex felt a sense of pride not from his armor but from his actions, and he smiled modestly. For the first time, Alex felt like a true hero. Not because of the armor, but because of who he was becoming. Back in his workshop, Alex looked at the armor with new eyes. He realized that it was just a tool, not a crutch. As he carefully covered it with a cloth, a soft blue glow pulsed from beneath, a symbol of his wisdom and restraint. The scene shifted to the living room, where Alex was playing a board game with his mother and grandfather. Laughter filled the air as they enjoyed each other's company, the armor standing silently in the background, powered down and at peace. The final narrator's voice stated, "And so, Alex learned that the greatest power of all is self-control."